All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. I am Richard Hurst, and tonight we are here with the Old Glory Racing League, and we are at race number 2 here at Chicagoland. This is a very fun track back right here at the Ovals in Chicago, and we're going to go through the points a little bit. Mark Kingcade won last week, not lost, and he's going for win number 2 here tonight. And look, it sounds like when I was in the practice session, a few people were struggling with a tight race car, so we could see a little bit of problem with that here tonight. But Mark Kingcade, he is going to be sitting in number 1 in points. De Leon is going to be sitting second. Once again, sorry if I mispronounced your name. DeSanzo is going to be sitting in third. Ecker is going to be sitting in fourth. Nestor in fifth. Justin Shoup in sixth. Sean Anderson in seventh. James Manderud is going to be eighth. Stephen Light in ninth. Lucas Reed in 10th. Nathan Lafayette is going to be in 11th. Got Chris Nice going to be sitting in 12th in points. Chris Isaacs, 13th. Shane Stone in 14th. You're going to have Matt Bankey sitting in 15th. Brianna Laurent in 16th. Mosley is going to be 17th. Alkire is going to be 18th. Warall is going to be 19th. Mitchell is 20th. Hefner is going to be 21st. And Cody B. Johnson is going to be in 22nd. Got quite a few drivers here loaded in tonight for Chicagoland. And it looks like we got 24 drivers registered in tonight's race. You got, I do believe Matt Bankey is going to be taking over race control here tonight. But while we are waiting on them to get their qualifying laps in, let's go ahead and step aside for our national anthem, and then we should be ready to kick this bad boy off.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the
All right, it looks like they are all loaded in and getting ready to take that green flag. And let's take a look at our qualifying times and see who has taken the pole. And there it is right there. Stephen Light was able to grab the pole. And it looks like Darren Bruce is going to be sitting right there to his outside. You got Kyle Chapin. He's going to be sitting in third. Stone is going to qualify fourth. Cody B. Johnson, he is qualified fifth. Curtis Ecker going to qualify sixth in that third row. Good job for him. Mark Kingcade qualified seventh. Lucas Reed in eighth. And you got Trent Robinetti. He is going to be, or Robinette. He is going to be qualified ninth. 10th is going to be Sean Anderson. 11th is going to be Mr. James Manderud himself. Manderud Racing over there on Facebook. Go check him out. De Leon is qualified 12th. Nathan Lafayette in a 00 Ford Mustang. He is 13th. 14th is going to be Warhol. Hefner is going to be 15th. You got Nestor in 16th. Chris Isaacs in 17th. Not a good qualifying run for him, but maybe he can make up some ground. Dylan Mosley is going to qualify 18th. 19th is going to be Brianna Laurent. Cantoris Jr. Is in 20th. Hopefully I said that right. I got Shoop in 21st, Nagel in 22nd. You got Rudick in 23rd, and Chris Nice is going to wrap up 24th. All right, looks like they are getting ready to go ahead and take their pace lap, and yes, there they go. And tonight's race is presented by RacingPaints.com. They are one of the proud sponsors, along with Genesis Aviations, of the Old Glory Racing League. So definitely go give Chris Isaacs a shout out on Racing's Paint. Here in just a little bit, you will see the work that he puts out. He puts out some great work, and you'll see some of his work out here on the track. And actually, that 99 is actually one of them. That Fanta 99 driven by Stephen Light. Stephen Light is one of the biggest fans of Racing Paints, and Chris Isaacs is his go-to guy. So go check him out, and we'll post his Discord link on the chat or on the stream, so you can go and see what he can do for your next iRacing paint. Well, Stephen Light did not have the best week last week, but he is right back here at Chicagoland and trying to get a win. Can Mark Kingcade get win number 2? He was last week's winner at Autoclub, but we are about to see what's going to happen as we put our track map, and we're going to take the green flag. We're going to wait for that Geico restart zone, and there it is, and the green flag is out, and we are racing 150 laps here at Chicagoland. We're going to see that stage break at lap number 75, and here they come into turn number 1, and look at the push that that 44 was given Stephen Light coming into turn number 1, and he did back off, but Stephen Light got a really good run off of turn number 1, and he's already broken away out to 0.2 of a second from Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce trying to make that high line work, and it looks like the 66 may have got into the wall just a little bit, slowed his momentum down, but he is going to be right back on the gas, and here they come out of turn number 4 through the tri-oval, and it is still going to be all Stephen Light's race. Now, we might see this race get spread out. We might not, but right now they are going to be 2 by 2 as far as the eye can see. And let's see if there's that Hot Wheels machine of James Vanderrood. He is going to be right there in 11th. He is going to be right there where he started, but he's got that sun-kissed number 10 of Lucas Reed. He is trying to battle it out for a position, but he's very slow on that high side, so that's going to allow James Vanderrood to make up that position and work himself into the top 10. You got Sean Anderson. Last week he was very, very competitive, but here it looks like he is going to be more conservative as we have seen Chicagoland go green flag racing. We got Brittany Kingcade out there saying go 54, and that is going to be Mark Kingcade out there supporting her driver. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate y'all spending your evening with me. But right out front is going to be single file, and you know, this man right here, Cody B. Johnson, he ran a great race last week. He got involved in a few incidents, but he showed it right back up here tonight. He is running in the 3rd position. He is going to be up 2 spots. We saw him make up a lot of positions last week there at Auto Club, but he is here tonight, and it looks like he might get a win if he can stay up front. 66 of Jared Stone, he is going to be blinking a little bit, but he's got that Ford Mustang right there in the wake of Cody B. Johnson and trying to make up some ground on Stephen Light. Stephen Light has broken away about a half a second from Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce is one of the faster guys. We saw him win quite a few races. He is one of our returning drivers. We've seen him win quite a few races last season, so let's see what he has here tonight. Can he give Stephen Light an upset here at Chicagoland? And we got our first yellow flag, and it looks like it's going to be the 33 of Trent Robinette. And let's go back and see what has happened to his vehicle. It looks like he had a tow. Ooh, he's going to be very slow. We're going to have to stop it right there. Rewind just a little bit. and find out exactly what happened. There's parts everywhere. He's got a hood missing. Oh my goodness. And it looks like him and the 19 may have made a little bit of contact. And let's see if we can zoom in on it just a little bit more. And there you see the 19, the 33 is going to be really loose, and he's just going to come up the racetrack right in front of Curtis Ecker. Curtis Ecker, I know he was definitely, he might have had to change his shorts after that. And we're going to play that in slow-mo, and there you see the 33 is going to be down low, and his car just starts to break loose. There you see it's breaking loose, and right there, Curtis Ecker probably had to change his shorts. All right, first caution of the night. And once again, our race is presented by Racing Paints and Genesis Aviations, two proud sponsors of the Old Glory Racing League. All right, let's see. Darren Bruce has decided to bring is scored the leader right now. Looks like Stephen Light is going to bring his car down, maybe take some of that fuel. But let's go ahead and step aside and look at our sponsors of tonight's race. All right, and that was Racing Paints, and that Discord link is in that video. I will get enough time. One of these days, I'll get enough time to make them a little bit longer video and show you some of the amazing work that they do. But tonight's driver views, we do have those right back on board. We did bring it back this season. We got James Vanderroot. He does have triple screen, so that's why he's going to be that bottom right. He has those triple monitors, so it looks a little bit smashed. I'm very sorry about that. I don't have a special screen set up for him. But you got Mark Kingcade, and it looks like his car is still showing in the pits, or he is out of the car, or something is going on with his car or his screen. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with him. But the other one we have is going to be Chris Nice, and he said he was going to bring up the rear cameras, and I'm going to be on the mystery driver, so it's going to be whatever driver I'm on at that particular time, that's who it's going to be. So we got the mystery driver cam, and right now we're riding around with Darren Bruce. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure of what's going on with his camera, but we'll try to get it straightened out before the night's end, because it's awesome to have those driver cams. And let's see where he is actually reading it.
Green.
And there he is back there in the back. He actually may have pitted with the rest of them, or he is just going to be hanging out back here and saving those tires. But Darren Bruce was able to take the green flag, and he has jumped out quite a ways. And I'm going to say about 0.3 of a second. Let's bring our tower up. About 0.4, almost 0.4 of a second over Cody B. Johnson. Cody B. Johnson trying to catch that draft from that number 27, and he is going to try to make up a little bit of ground, and he does. He cuts it down to about 0.25 seconds from Darren Bruce. Jared Stone, I will not count him out ever, because he's got that 66 in the wind, and he is right now running third. Some big movers of the race even is going to be Justin Shoup. Justin Shoup is going to be in that number 91, and he is going to be up 12 positions from where he started on that about 10 laps ago. Dave Nestor, we talked to him last week, and he did have a really good run, and now he is back. Now, we've seen that 36 car last season, but it was driven by Dylan Herbotten, and now that number is turned over to Dave Nestor. So let's see if Dave Nestor can put a few wins under that number. Got Kobe Ewing says, "Come on now, 54." Oh, we got a nice little battle between James Vanderrood and the 14 of Sean Anderson, and they are coming out of turn number 2, turn number 4, down that through the tri-oval, and it looks like the 14 is going to have a nice little run on that top side, but the 51 is not going to give up on that bottom side, and he is now going to be able to make the pass. You got Matthew Worrell. He is going to be right there following suit behind him in his 79 Ford STP Mustang, and here they come down the backstretch, and they're pretty much going to be nose to tail. And let's see if we can get a gearbox cam. Yeah, there it is, nose to tail for that 51, and that's it. 79. There it is. I was on the wrong car. Nice run so far. Looks like we got a little bit of 3-wide action back here towards the back. And who is that going to be? You got Stephen Light trying to come through the field, and you got the 48 right there along with him. That's going to be Colton Hefner. He is going to be trying to, we saw him last week. He was in the Caterpillar machine, but tonight he is in that Logitech number 48 Toyota Camry. And he is trying to make it happen as they look like they want to take it 3 wide as Mark Kingcade does back out of it, and he gets behind the 48 and tries to get a good entrance into turn number 1, and he is going to be able to pull the slide job maybe, and he does. So he cuts the nose off of that 48, or cuts the air off, not the nose, but don't look now. But here comes Mosley, Dylan Mosley in that number 24 DuPont Chevrolet, and he is going to make the pass on the 48, also on the low lane. Is he going to be able to hold it though? Is going to be the question, and he does. He's got a little bit of help from Damon Nagel. Damon Nagel has got Curtis Ecker on the inside, and Curtis Ecker is going to take away the position just for a moment as they come into turn number 1. It looks like Curtis Ecker did not get the best of entrances in turn number 1. Sorry, I had a message come through. And it broke my concentration for a minute. 16 laps complete of 150, and it looks like Darren Bruce and Jared Stone are now sitting 1 and 2. Cody B. Johnson is going to be sitting in 3rd. Those 2 drivers are going to be up 2 positions, with Kyle Chafin going to be down 1, but he is still in a place to win it. We're going to see that stage break come out at lap number 75. James Vanderrood has worked himself up 6 positions. He has got that Hot Wheels at number 51 Chevrolet Camaro in the win, and they have got a little bit of a breakaway of almost half a second back to the actually 0.6 of a second back to the number 79 of Worrell, and he is going to be up 8 positions with Sean Anderson trying to make his way around as the 79 blinks out just a little bit as they're coming into turn number 3. That is a dangerous situation because you never know where that car is going to be. And contact! The 79 is going to be coming down pit road, and nope, he's going to be coming through the grass. Is the caution going to fly? No caution. Oh, he's got a lot he's trying to get that car straightened, and wow, what a tap that was. And let's go back while they're still under green. Let's go back and take a look at that. We're going to stop it right there. We're going to rewind just a little bit. And it looks like the 91 just got a heck of a run coming into turn number 3. 79 did not know he was coming. He was going to go ahead and take it 3 wide. But it looks like the 79 just had nowhere to go, and it got collected. Did a very good job of straightening that car out, and he did not cause any unnecessary damage to it, but I thought he was going to bring it down pit road, but he ended up taking it through the grass. So, did not bring the caution out. So, we're going to go back. Oh, yes, the caution is out. So, with the caution being out, sorry, it did not give me an indicator that the caution was out. We'll go back out. Okay, he was still trying to get that car straightened out, and the problem with that is, you got grass built up on those race slicks, and there's nothing you could do. If you've ever raced iRacing or watched somebody race the open wheels, as soon as you get grass on those tires, I mean, they spin very, very easy, and that's probably what happened to that 79. So we got a second caution here tonight at Chicagoland at lap number 19. Jared Stone and James Vanderrood decided they wanted to stay out and grab that track position while they can. We should see them come out. I think our race control, Super Skittles, he did put out that race information, and he said about 38 laps with 4 sets of tires in the pits. So we're going to see people maybe start pitting in about another 18 laps. I'm going to say 20 because we do have a couple caution laps. So, all right, Brittany, if you could tell Mark to fix his screen, we would definitely appreciate that because we'd like to get his driver view. I know you're out there, so if you would, just tell him, hey, fix your stuff. It's probably going to be hard for him to do that while he is driving, but maybe she can get him to fix it, or maybe he can fix it without taking out the field. She says, on it. Thank you. Thank you. Trying to get these driver numbers. I noticed that we could not see the 51 paint or number on the ticker, so we had to change it up just a little bit. All right. Well, looks like Jared Stone. He is going to be on. He is going to be leading the race. Going to take the green flag this time by here at lap number 22. They are side by side. You got Mark Kingcade. He is going to be sitting right there in fourth position on that second row on the outside. You got the 99 of Stephen Light. They have made it up back towards the front. And you got Curtis Ecker, my boy Mark. Got the Nintendo 64 angle. But Curtis Ecker, he is going to be restarting in the 5th position. You got the 24. You got the 24 of Dylan Mosley. He is going to be restarting in 6th. And Brianna Laurent up there, 12 positions. Look at that. One of the biggest movers of the race so far, even if it was for even if it was due to pit strategy from the rest of the field. But we are back green flag racing, and Jared Stone bringing him across the start-finish line. And here he comes into turn number 1, and Stephen Light already making moves early, and he might have made a little bit of contact going into turn number 1, and he is going to retake the lead here at lap number 22. But you got Mark Kingcade. He is going to be trying to make that same move as they come into turn number 3. They're coming down the backstretch. He's going to look down to the bottom. And here comes James Vanderrood. He's going to try the same move. But you got a 66 in the middle lane. And you got Mark Kingcade coming out of turn number 4. Is he going to be able to use the run coming off of turn number 4 on that low lane? They're both going to hit the apron coming across the start-finish line. He has no draft, so it looks like the 66 is going to still retain the second position. Oh, a little bit of contact. The 66 is loose. And is he going to be able to save it? Nice save. And they get it back straightened out. But that mistake right there has costed them a lot of time on Stephen Light, because Stephen Light has now made it out about 7/10 of a second out in front of all these cars. Mark Kingcade was finally able to get around Jared Stone, but Jared Stone is not done yet. He still has Curtis Ecker right there on his inside. He doesn't want to lose another position. He may have scrubbed the wall just right there, just as he got to the entrance of turn number 1, but he has still got that 66 Ford Mustang rocking and rolling. Almost 3 wide right there behind him. You still have Curtis Ecker, you have James Vanderrood, you have Sean Anderson, and you have Cody B. Johnson trying to make his way back up to the front. And look at Stephen Light. He has already made it out about 8/10 of a second in front of all these cars racing. Now, if they get nose to tail, they might be able to catch back up with him, but they're going to make him use up his stuff, which doesn't really happen very often. He is very good at what he does, so they're going to have a hard time catching him, so they might have to use a little bit of draft, which you can here at Chicagoland, to catch back up to that 99. But as of right now, he is going to be rolling, and we are going to go back full screen. I know we were on driver screen. I was trying to see if Mark would get his stuff fixed, but he didn't. But Stephen Light out there leading this race. Oh, that's horrible. 186 miles an hour from the low car of the 99. Still almost out. He is actually gaining a lot of time coming out of turn number 4, and he is almost a 9/10 of a second. Still got Mark Kingcade, Jared Stone, Curtis Ecker, and Cody B. Johnson.
The yellow
and
flag is
the
out.
yellow's out. It looks like James Mannerud is going to be in trouble. His car is going to be turned around, and we're going to be under our 3rd caution of the night. And let's roll it back and see what exactly happened to that 51. Ooh, Darren Bruce caught a little bit of action from there. And let's roll it back just a little bit. Let's see. There's that guy's restart zone. So let's see if we can't find a different camera angle. And there's a little bit better camera angle. Coming down through the Geico restart zone. Maybe he thought Darren Bruce was going to take it down to the apron along with the others. But he was coming down to that white line, and he just may have mismanaged where the 27 was, and it spun that car around, and he is going to take it back up to the wall. And he didn't have a lot of damage until this happened. 24 got collected, spun him around. 24 comes back down the track, and I don't know if he collected anybody else, but here comes a lot of cars. Oh, Damon Nagel. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Damon Nagel barely missed all of that, and we're going to ride with him on his nose cam and look at how close he was to this incident. He may have gotten a little bit of damage. I don't know how much, but he may have gotten a little bit of damage, and no, not a scratch on it. So another one of those short-changing moments. And let's go back live. Well, James Mannerud did get his stuff fixed up, and he is going to be back out there on the track with a brand new car. I got 10 viewers out there on the chat. Super Skittles 91 and into the 79. Off of turn number 4, racing incident, no penalty. All right, so like I said, Super Skittles is going to be our race control, so he will post messages in the chat and let you know what exactly is happening to these drivers, if they're going to consider it their fault or not. So thank you to the race control. That gives everybody a point of view. You're not wondering, hey, what happened to my driver after that? So now race control is doing that for us. Well, Jared Stone is right back out front with Cody B. Johnson. And it looks like, some of these guys are just going in, taking that extra fuel, making sure they have enough to make it. Looks like, where is Steven? Where's the 99? There he is, way back there. So he went back in the pits and maybe topped off with some fuel, got some tires, made some adjustments. But either way, yeah, we'll see that won't be the last time we see that 99. Justin Shoup is going to be the biggest mover of the race, and he is going to be up 16 spots from where he started. Right here in my chat, I got this little freaking heart box, and I can't move it. I got an emoji box right in the way, so it cuts off some of the wording. You know what? I can do this. Haha, got it. And it didn't help any. Never mind. Well, I thought I had a fix for it, but I don't. All right, well, we are still single file, and next caution that we get, stage breaker, so we will bring one of these drivers up and let them talk a little bit about the race. Well, we got a lot of Mark Kingcade drivers out there. Who else do we have out there? Who else are you? Do we have any Stephen Light fans? Do we have any Curtis Ecker? Do we have any Chris Isaacs? Do we have any 51 came down on the 27 crashing multiple cars. 51 gets end of the longest line. How about these new drivers? Do we have any, Travis DeLeon? He ran a pretty good race last week, and he is back this week, and right now he's running in the top 10. You got Chris Nice out there. He is actually going to be up 12 positions. Nice job by Chris Nice. Brianna Laurent still up 10 positions. So quite a few drivers that we don't see make big moves. Even though these front runners are making those pit stops, they're still up there holding those positions. So great job by them. All right, we're getting ready to take that restart one more time. Here at lap number 31, we're going to see that stage break once again at lap number 75. Now, some of these drivers that have not pit, they're going to have to come in about lap number 38. But with the caution laps, I'd say probably around 32, they may have been able to save a little bit, or 42, excuse me. They may have been able to save a little bit. And here is that green flag. Green flag is out, and Jared Stone brings them across the start-finish line. Jared Stone got a nice little run on that restart, and he has broken away just a little bit and taken into turn number 1. He doesn't have a lot of competition, but he got Sean Anderson giving Cody B. Johnson a little bit of competition. The yellow flag is out once again, and that is going to be Curtis Ecker. And it looks like the 12, that is me, Cantores. So let's go back and take a look and see what happened to them. Oh, they were 3 wide. Let's back it up just a little bit more. And find a different camera angle. There we go. Looks like the 27 decided he wanted to go 3 wide, try to make it around. And it looks like that was some net code that started that. That is going to be probably scored a racing incident due to there was no real contact between those cars. And, let's back it up one more time and show from a different point of view. Let's stop it right there. Rewind it just a little bit. Yeah, right there is good angle that you can see from another point of view. There was no contact. Look at that 00 get loose, and there was nothing that he could do. So that's going to be ruled probably most likely a racing incident. We're going to go back live as we are at our 4th caution of tonight. And it looks like some of these cars that may not have pitted are going to bring their cars down. It looks like the 14 is going to bring his car down. Curtis Ecker is going to be down. Brianna Laurent, Cantores is going to be down. Jared Stone is going to stay out and lead some more laps. 12 viewers out there on the stream. Appreciate y'all stopping by and spending your Wednesday evening with me. All right, pace car lights are still on. They are still single file. (19) bounced off the 2 cars while spinning, no penalty. All right, so no penalty was given for any of that. And we should be going green next time by. Green next time by. Green next time. All right, sorry about that, folks. I had to change a few settings. Nothing that was affecting the stream was affecting my side. So sorry if I had a moment of silence there. Don't like to do that, but had to change it because it was bothering me. All right, pace car lights are off, and Jared Stone is still out here in front. You got Justin Shoop up 19 positions, and he is going to be restarting, it looks like, in third. You got Cody B. Johnson going to still restart on that outside in that front row. You got Chafin, he is going to be restarting in fourth. So he is going to be the outside car in that second row. You got a 36, Dave Nestor. He is going to be restarting in fifth. Lucas Reed is going to be restarting in sixth. Hefner, he is going to be restarting in seventh. And De Leon is going to be restarting in eighth. You got Stephen Light in ninth and Mark Kingcade in 10th. All right, here they come out of turn number 4. We're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing as Stone brings us to the Geico restart zone. And there he goes. He got out of there like a rocket ship. And he has got Justin Shoop and Cody B. Johnson. They are going to be fighting it out for the second position. Looks like Justin Shoop got a really good run as he is going to try to take over the lead coming out of turn number 2. And they are going to be side by side for that lead position. But Cody Johnson, he is going to look to the 66 to give him a little bit of help, and he is going to push him right into turn number 3. And here they go, 3 wide. Oh, door to door, a little bit of contact. Jared Stone must be saying, hey, stop leaning on my doors. You know, I know 8 tires are better than 4, but still, you know, that's a good way to wreck each other. But they did get through it, and they are still running nose to tail. Justin Shoop overtaking the lead, and don't look too far back because Stephen Light has made it from the 10th position all the way to trying to overtake 5th, and he is able to do it. And now he's got Kyle Chafin right there in his sights. Ooh, nice little crossover by Cody B. Johnson. Going to look to the bottom side of the 66 of Stone coming into turn number 1, and it looks like he is going to have that position. He's going to slide that 808 up right in front of the 66 and take that line right away and grab a little bit of draft from Justin Shoop. It looks like Cody Johnson has a good car, and he might have the car to beat. But he's got some competition coming up quick, fast, and in a hurry right there in 5th place. That's going to be Stephen Light. He has made it all the way from the back to the front due to the pit strategy. But got a lot of other good cars coming up through the field, and there is going to be Mark Kingcade. We talked about him earlier. He was up towards the front. Now he went to the back due to pit strategies, and now trying to work his way up towards the front. He did not have as much success as Stephen Light did making his way through the field, but it looks like he is being a little bit conservative with that car. Chris Isaacs is going to be up a 6th position in that Racing Paints number 3 Chevrolet Camaro. He's actually having a pretty good run right there in 11th place. Not making a lot of moves, but he is definitely making some positive track position. And that is one of those cars that I've been telling you about. He does make some great paints. As you know, he's got Genesis Aviations on that, his Racing Paints on there. So definitely go check his Discord out. I did play the video earlier, and you know, the Discord link is right there. And I'm going to try to start putting that in our description, our race description. So you can go in there and click that, and you can have him design whatever you want. I've seen him turn something out of nothing. Give him an idea, and he'll create it, and he'll make sure it's to your likings. James Manderroot is back on the move. He was involved in an incident earlier, and he had to go to the back of the field, but he is back on the move. He is back up to 15th. Now he was all the way back to 23rd, but now running in 15th, he has made up quite a few positions. as of right now, still that biggest mover is going to be Justin Shoup, and he has got Cody Johnson, looking to try to overtake the lead as they come through the tri-oval into turn number 1. He has got that '08 Chevrolet Camaro all over his back bumper. Stephen Light might be having a little bit of trouble getting around that Ford Mustang of Jarrett Stone, but Jarrett Stone is hanging in there. And these are some of the drivers that have not pit yet, and Stephen Light has. So don't know if he's taking any tires, but we should see these top drivers really start to fade towards the back and get ready to make those scheduled pit stops, because I don't believe any of these guys has been to the pits yet. Big 24-2. I thought that said let's go milk. Let's go Mark. I'm sorry. I just read it wrong. Sorry. All right, let's go see where everybody is at, and let's see if we can get Mark Kingcade under fire once again. Actually, he is causing the fire as he is making a move around Lucas Reed on that bottom side. And here comes Hefner. He is looking to make some moves too. Looks like he turned up the heat, and he is all over the back bumper of that 54. But it looks like the 54 had a better entrance coming into turn number 1, and it definitely had a better exit. But that 48 has that draft. So look at the ground that he's making up, just slowly but surely coming into turn number 3. It looks like Mark Kingcade is going to get on the brakes just slightly, maybe dragging that brake just a little bit. Oh, now he has to drag that brake. That's the 36 right there. But he had a nice little run in turn number 3 and out of turn number 4, and the 36 was right there and just killed it. But he is working his way up, and it looks like Dave Nestor, Kyle Chafin, he is watching this battle, and we'll go on his nose cam to watch this. Stephen Light and Jarrett Stone right there battling it out. It looks like they are going to try to take that low lane. Jarrett Stone not ready to give it up just yet, as he is going to work that high line. Ooh, really close to that wall as they come out of turn number 4. But through the tri-oval, it looks like that 66 is not ready to give up that 3rd position yet. But the 2 leaders, they are pretty much taken off away from these 3, and they're about a second out. And there is Jarrett Stone. We'll go up and look at these 2. Cody Johnson not able to get there as of just yet. He's still about 0.2 of a second back in second place. Jarrett Stone, Justin Shoup doing a really good job of holding off that 08. It looks like that 08 is dialed in. Now we are almost to 50 laps. When will High Sims Racing out there saying, let's go Stephen Light. So we got a Stephen Light fan out there. We had a lot of Mark. we have a lot of Mark fans. And now we got a Stephen Light fan, and he is doing a really good job, but he's still got that 66 being a thorn in his side, but now, or thorn in his door right now, but he's not able to get there on that low lane. You got Mark Kingcade. He is trying to make a run on that inside also, and it looks like the inside lane is just kind of falling off just a little bit, as they are not able to get that run with without those fresh tires on that low lane. So let's see if they change up the lines just a little bit. You got Kyle Chafin. He's going to be right there in that number 44 machine, right there behind. We got some leaders pitting. There we see Jarrett Stone. He is going to bring his car down the pit road. So here on lap number 50, they estimated pit stops to be at 38. So look how much fuel they saved underneath those cautions. So here on lap number 50, they might have. Yes. So if they make their stop now, they will be pretty much leading if we don't see a caution. And it's just a matter of time before these 2 guys right here, they make a move. But Kyle Chafin, he has made a move around Stephen Light. Ooh, got a little bit of blinking going on. But the 44 making his way around the 99. 99 may have just went in and took fuel only, or he may have taken tires. But as of right now, that 99 is still going to be back here in the 4th position. You got Darren Bruce. He has been into the pits once or twice for some go-go juice, and here he is battling it out with Mark Kingcade for that 5th position. Oh, and Chris Isaacs. Got a Chris Isaacs fan out there. Chris Isaacs is he's still out there. I believe Chris Isaacs is being very conservative with what he has. May not be his strongest track, but still up 3 positions from where he started in the top 15. He's got the 79 right there in front of him. That's going to be Warhol. So I believe he's being kind of conservative with what he has. I think he's been to the pits, a couple times. So we'll have to see what happens. All right, Jarrett Stone is going to be showing a lap down, but he is probably going to be coming out on fresh tires. These two have broken away, even though they are battling for the first position. They have broken away about 1.6 seconds out from Kyle Chafin and Darren Bruce. Stephen Light actually losing a little bit of ground, and this is what I was talking about earlier. They were putting in a lot of practice laps, and we heard these cars are get tight in that long run. You got Christopher Nice. He is going to bring his car down pit road, but that may be the problem that Stephen Light has right now, is that car may be just getting a little bit too tight, and he says he does not like a tight car at all. He'd rather park it than race it. I don't know. I made that part up. But James Vanderbrugge, he started in the back, and he is working his way up to the 7th position. So he has made up quite a bit of positions since his EOL, and now right there in 7th, he has just made the pass on Colton Hefner, and that Hot Wheels car is, well, it's hot right now. He has got Stephen Light right there in his sights. We're going to ride around on his nose cam, and there he goes. He's going to look to the bottom, and he's going to be able to make the pass on the bottom side. And there you see Stephen Light. He is now switched to that top lane, where the bottom was the dominant lane for a lot of these cars, but now he's switched it up to the top, and now some of these cars were maybe fresher tires. If Steven decided not to take tires in those pits, in that pit strategy that he had, now they're outperforming him right now. We are at lap number 57, and as soon as the leaders cross the line, we'll be at 58. Not a lot of laps left in the stage. There you see Chris Nice. He is going to be going a lap down, and I believe he is going to be 2 laps down. You got Warhol in the pits. He is going to be a lap down, and you got Jarrett Stone back out there on the track, but he is also going to be a lap down. He is making the pass on Curtis Eckert right there in that number 19. Curtis Eckert he's not doing the greatest. He is going to be down 11 positions, maybe due to that unexpected incident that he got into due to netcode. But 79 penalty in pit road. Oh no, Warhol. He is going to be stuck in the pits for a little while. So he may go 2 laps down, if not more. When you see cautions and you get a pit penalty, that is, it is a lifesaver. But if you see green flag racing like we're seeing right now, and we have about 16 laps to go until the stage break, you're multiple laps down, and if you don't see that pit, those 3 laps are going to be almost impossible to make up. But as long as he hangs in there, he might be able to do something with it. Cody B. Johnson now going to look to take over the lead from Justin Shoup, and Justin Shoup still riding the high line. He might have a good run coming off the corner. And let's ride with Chris Nice. He has got a really good battle, really good look at this battle. There you see the 91. He is still riding the high line. 08 is going to be in the low line, trying to get down to that white line, not able to get that car down. Ooh, Justin Shoup got a little bit loose coming out of turn number 2, but here they go. Nose to tail going into turn number 3, and Cody B. Johnson is going to lead this lap. Nice little pass coming out of turn number 2, down that backstretch, and he was able to overtake. All right, well, as the laps are winding down here in the stage, we are going to go ahead and run through the field and show you where everybody is running. And we got Cody Johnson. He is going to be our leader right here, right now at Chicagoland. You got You got Justin Shoup. He is going to be riding around in second. Third is going to be Kyle Chafin. Justin Shoup, is the biggest mover of the race. He's up 19 positions. You got Kyle Chafin. He's going to be riding in third. You got Darren Bruce down 2 positions, but he is still right there in the top 5. You got David Nestor. He's going to be wrapping up the top 5, up 11 spots in that number 36 Ford Mustang. James Vanderrood making his way back through the field from an earlier EOL penalty. And right now he is in 6th. Great recovery by that 51 machine. You got Colton Hefner. He is going to be right there in 7th. Trying to make some ground up, but he is going to also be up 8 positions from where he started this race. Lucas Reed right there in 8th. Well, that's where he started this race, and that's where he's riding around. So nice job by that 10 machine, holding on to that top 10. You got David Nangle. He is going to be up 13 positions, so nice little run by that 86. We don't talk about him a lot. He is one of those silent drivers. He just hangs around, and he's there when it counts. But up 13 positions, now up 14 positions, taking that spot away from the 10. 10 bringing his car down pit road. You got Travis De Leon. He is going to be up 3 positions in 9th. 10th is going to belong to Stephen Light in that 99 Chevrolet Camaro. He is going to be down a couple of positions, but still has a lot of racing left to go. We got about 10 laps left in the stage. You got now I did not think about this until now. Stephen Light could be saving fuel. If he's a few laps short to make it to the end of the stage, you'd rather stay out, save that fuel. And I believe that's what a lot of these drivers are doing, because there's some guys out here that are coming in, topping off, and taking a set of tires and going to be right back out there and be good till the end of the stage. But Sean Anderson going to be able to make a pass on Stephen Light, and he's going to take over the 10th position right there where he started. Stephen Light back to 11th. You got Cantoris. He is going to be right there in 12th, up 8 spots. Dylan Mosley. 10, pit road penalty. Oh, that's going to be, that's not what you want to see. But I think we should probably wait until the pit road cycles, end before we try to call any more positions, because they keep on changing. But as of right now, still, this guy right here, they are all chasing him. He has stayed out. We only got about 8 laps to go left in the stage. Does he have enough fuel to make it? And if he does, that's going to be very amazing, because I didn't think they had enough enough caution laps to actually make it. Oh, and there you see he almost had a little bit of contact, and I believe that was Justin Shoup that he was passing. No, that wasn't Justin Shoup. That was Brianna Laurent. And here he comes. He's going to relinquish the lead. Everybody going to get back on the lead lap that went down pit road. And now he is going to make his pit stop and turn it over the lead to Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce is going to take over the lead. Damon Nagel, he is going to be right there in second. James Vanderrood making it up to third. And you got Sean Anderson and Stephen Light right there topping off your top 5. As 74 pit penalty. He says sorry. So the 10 did not? Question mark? Well, if you're just joining us here at Southern Broadcast Gaming, we appreciate you all stopping by. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe. That will let you know when we go live. Oh, James Vanderrood may have missed pit road, and that's going to cost him a lot of positions. He's going to bring it back up on the track, and no problems out of that. But we may have some changes coming here very soon, some very good positive changes. So definitely stay tuned. That's news that you don't want to miss. 12 cars on the lead lap. Brianna Laurent going to be the last first car 1 lap down. You got Chapin, who's going to be the second car 1 lap down. And these guys are going to be driving the wheels off of these cars to get back on the lead lap to be right there at the stage. Be back on the lead lap by the end of the stage, and we only have about 5 laps to go for that. And Darren Bruce out here leading them all. Damon Nagel, he's going to be about 5 seconds back. And there you see Brianna Laurent, and who was that passed him? Jared Stone. James Vanderrood now going to bring his car down pit road, and it looks like he's going to take right sides and lefts. So he's going to have a little bit of making up to do before the stage break, or he may get his lap back if he is the first car one lap down. But it's been great racing here in the first stage. Race number 2, you know, the points are very tight, and it looks like Derek Bruce is bringing his car down. Last week's winner is going to be Mark Kingcade. He is right now currently running in the 8th spot. You got Dylan Mosley. He is slowing down in that 24 machine. He is going to take his car down to pit road. Darren Bruce is going to be down. Damon Nagel is going to take over the lead, and he's got Sean Anderson right there behind him. So this is going to be a battle of the manufacturers, Ford versus Chevy, all the way 3 laps to go. And this is where I believe a lot of these drivers just laid back and saved a lot of fuel to make it to the end, so they didn't have to go into the pits. Because as of right now, 13 cars on the lead lap. You don't want to be in the pits and then take a chance of a caution coming out and being trapped a lap down. But Darren Bruce, he's going to make it out, but I believe he just went a lap down. And yes, he did. He's going to be the first car 1 lap down. Jared Stone, he is going to be still out there riding around in 11th. Sean Anderson just took over the lead from Damon Nagel. And is Damon Nagel out? Let's ride around in his cockpit, and let's check out our other drivers, see how they're doing. Was Steven able to, or was Mark able to fix this stuff? There we see. James Vanderrood, he was down there on that bottom right-hand side. You got Chris Nice, he was going to be up on the top. And it's showing Mark Kingcade still in the pits. But at least we got 3 out of the 4 up and running. Sorry, folks, not my fault. And it looks like Damon Nagel, he is going to bring his car down. Oh, he's going to miss pit road. He's going to get a penalty for that. Oh, Damon Nagel going to get a penalty. Sean Anderson going to stay out there on the track. And Super Skittle says pit road is closed at lap 73. Well, he is going to get a black flag, and pit road was closed, so that may be a dual penalty. And there it is. There is the stage, and it looks like the 14 is going to take home the stage win. Stephen Light going to bring his car up to 2nd for the end of the stage, so that was a pretty good strategy by him. And you got Cantoris, he is going to be right there in 3rd. Now he is the biggest movers, up 17 spots from where this race started. Now, even though he was involved in the incident, he was able to get his car back out, and that is a part of the Mandarud racing team. So, Sean Anderson. So Sean Anderson going to win the stage. We're going to let them all come down pit road, get everything sorted out, and then we might bring up our stage winner. Well, Cody Johnson is going to be out here leading as far as what the telemetry tells me, and a lot of cars getting their laps back. But everybody's out of the pits. Let's go see if we can track some of these leaders down. Larry, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Richard?
Doing pretty good. Well, after an incident right there in the in stage one, it looks like you were able to bounce back pretty darn good. Tell us, how is your race going, and what do you got left for the rest of the stage?
Oh, it's going very well so far. I played the strategy with the fuel there. I didn't get the. I just got my first set of tires, so yeah, I was just riding along, waiting it out till the stage break, and I figure another 20 laps or so, then it's time to really get busy.
Absolutely. Well, this is your first race with us here at Old Glory Racing League. How are you enjoying it so far?
Oh, absolutely loving it. Great group of people and good racing and having a blast.
Absolutely. Well, I want to welcome you to the Old Glory Racing League. I appreciate you letting me pull you up and talking to you. James Matarud, he is one of my he is a good friend of mine, and good to see you on a great team.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right. Well, let's see who else we can find. Let's see if we can find Sean Anderson. There he is, and wheeling and dealing. Hey, Sean Anderson, is Richard up in the booth? You got a copy?
I got a copy, Richard. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, man. It looks like you've had a fast hot rod, and you were able to take home the stage win. But you got a lot of competition that has been flying through the field, and that's going to be that 99. And you got a couple others back there. Justin Shoup, y'all had a really good battle. Man, tell us what you got for the rest of this race.
I'm not really sure what I got for the rest of the race. I was kind of trying to take it easy there, conserve the fuel to get to the end of that stage, and it felt like it was really quick on the long run. So hopefully I can save some tires, and it'll go green here, and I can hold this position. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely. So I've noticed that some people have transitioned from the low line to the high line. Is the track changing that significant?
To me, it doesn't seem like it's changing a lot. I'm staying on the bottom so I don't kill the right front, because once you burn that right front up, it does not turn at all. So I haven't tried the top yet. I might have to here to try to keep the lead. I guess we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you stopping by and talking to me. And, man, good luck in the rest of your race. You're doing a really great job.
No problem at all. Thank you guys very much.
All right. Well, that was Mr. Sean Anderson. Got one of our new drivers in the booth and let him talk to us for a minute. And it looks like we are getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. And Sean Anderson going to bring him out of turn number 4. Pace car is going to dive off this time. And that 14 is going to bring him to the Geico restart zone. And green flag is out once again. And we are here at stage number 2. And what a good start that Sean Anderson had, but Stephen Light is going to have something to say about it as the 14 is going to stay on the bottom. That's where Stephen likes to run his car, so he is going to try to take Stephen's line away as Stephen and the 14 as Light and 14 drifted up towards the wall. They are running the identical same line. So it looks like the 14 is going to take it a little bit higher coming to turn number 3. And Stephen Light is going to look down low as they are coming out of turn number 4. And it looks like Light is going to make his way back up to the lead. This is where he qualified, and this is where he wants to stay, as we have seen him break away. Not as far as some others, but he has broken away. He has broken away at least 0.8 of a second. Earlier on in the race, but now he has got the lead, and Sean Anderson is in tow. But you got Nathan Lafayette right there in that 00 in that Penguins brand coffee Ford Mustang, and he is holding tight in a 3rd position. You got Mark Kingcade. He restarted in 4th. And right now he has got 4th locked down, as he has a bunch of drivers that are very hungry for a win here. And that's going to be one Jared Stone and Justin Shoup. Justin Shoup was leading the race here earlier, but now with pit strategies, he is back here in the 6th position, still the biggest mover of the race, and holding tight as him and Jared Stone may have made a little bit of contact coming into turn number 3, but they get it worked out, and they are going to stay side by side coming through the tri-oval. It looks like the 91 has a pretty good run, but the 66 is going to have the high line and have the run through the tri-oval. Oh, looks like Kyle Chafin may have rubbed the wall just a little bit and slowed him down, but you got Cody B. Johnson. He is going to be right there in the 8th position, trying to work his car up. He fought for the lead for a little bit, took the lead for a little bit, and now he is back here in the 8th spot. Curtis Eckler also going to be right there along with him in the 9th position. He has got Larry Contreras right there behind him. Ooh. So coming out of turn number 4 is starting to look like it's getting problematic for some of these drivers, as that, I believe it was back here, somebody had tagged a wall once again coming out of turn number 4. And here they come to the tri-oval, and it looks like Mark Kingcade wants to get his car up into the top 3, and he is looking down low on that 00, and not going to be able to get there. Still running that low line. He is going to work his car up to the high line, and not going to be able to get there because the 00 is going to take the air off of his car. Here they come into turn number 3, and Nathan Lafayette is going to be able to hold that bottom and hold off Mark Kingcade from taking away that top 3 position. Well, Mark Kingcade is going to look to the top, and now he is going to be trying to work his way around that 00 on the high line. Not going to be able to get there, but he's going to have a good run coming into turn number 1 and out of turn number 2. He is going to be able to make the pass on the outside with a little bit of draft help from Sean Anderson. So Mark Kingcade back into the top 3. Trying to get back-to-back wins here at Chicagoland. He won last week at Autoclub. Can he get another one? Can he go 2 for 2? Or is Stephen Light going to sail away with a win here? 87 laps complete of 150. We still got a lot of racing left to go. And Sean Anderson is trying to hang on as that 54 is all over the back bumper of that number 14. Let's go to his nose cam, and let's go to Mark Kincaid's nose cam, and there you see the gap between the 14 and the 54. And the bad thing is, when I hang out with these guys, there are a lot of great guys, and I hang out in chats with them, and I don't know if they're just messing with me, but they trash talk this car like, oh, I'm trash here, or I'm trashing this car. And look at him. And Mark Kingcade is one of the biggest trash talkers that and I love hanging out with him. But he's always like, man, I don't know how to race this car. I'm bad at this track. This ain't my track. And look at him right now. I think I actually heard those words tonight. And he is running in third and trying to overtake second from Sean Anderson. So I think he likes to mess with people's heads. I really do. All right, here they come. Sorry about that, folks. Had a little bit of audio issues right there. Unplugged my microphone as I turned my head and unplugged my mic. But Mark Kingcade is still working on the back bumper. We got a nice little battle right here between Justice Shoup and the 00 Nathan Lafayette. And it looks like Justice Shoup has got Cody B. Johnson right there also. So two Chevrolets trying to get around this Ford. And it looks like one Chevrolet is going to be able to get around. And that's going to be Justice Shoup. We saw him leading. He has a fast hot rod here tonight. But Nathan Lafayette not ready to give up as of yet, as he is going to work that bottom right there behind Justice Shoup in that 6th position. But Cody B. Johnson, he is going to have something to say about that also as we go to a little bit different cam. There it is. Cody B. Johnson going to work down on the apron, bringing his car up, and he's going to have the position for just a minute. But here comes Nathan Lafayette as they are door to door. Got to be careful as these tires start to wear in. The car will start getting tight. And running door to door that close could be catastrophic eventually, but Nathan Lafayette going to work on that bottom side once again, coming into turn number 3, and he is not ready to give up that position to Cody Johnson. He is trying to make Cody Johnson wear his stuff out. There you see he is working that low line, and it looks like Cody Johnson, he is going to have that position and be able to bring it back to get a good entrance in turn number 1. Nathan Lafayette still not giving up, but it looks like Cody Johnson's car is just a little bit quicker as Kyle Chafin is going to try to do the same thing coming into turn number 3. let's go find out where our other favorite drivers are. I know we got a few. For Chris Isaacs, he is going to be back here a couple laps down. Actually, one lap down. He is trying to get back up here to James Mandaroo to get that lucky dog spot. But it's going to be down here in the 18th spot, trying to work his way around that 7-4 of Jeffrey Rudick. Ooh, very close racing between Jeffrey Rudick and the 3. Looks like Jeffrey Rudick got it really tight coming into turn number 1, coming down the backstretch. It looks like it's going to be still side by side with a car 3 laps down compared to a car 1 lap down. One racing for a lucky dog spot, and the other one racing to get back at least one of his laps. But Jeffrey Rudick hanging in there. We saw him last season. Maybe not the fastest driver, but stayed in it, and he's getting better and better each and every time he's out there on the track. There goes James Mandaroo, and he is worked himself into the 14th position. I believe he is going to be the first car 1 lap down. Yes, so if the caution were to come out, he would get the lucky dog and get back on the lead lap. But he's got a lot to do. He's got a lot of work to do, and we have to see that caution, as we have seen a lot of green flag racing. So I don't know if we're going to see it. Stephen Light has worked himself out to about 3.1 seconds in front of Mark Kingcade. Mark Kingcade was finally able to get around Sean Anderson for that second position. And if you look at the track map is pretty much spread out. So as of right now, we will go side by side for our race sponsor. All right, and now we are back, and that was racingpaints.com, and you can see a lot of those paints out here on the track. And be honest with you, matter of fact, the one that we are looking at right now, that is going to be Mark Kingcade. He drives one of them, and let's see. Another one is going to be driven by Curtis Ecker, which is going to be back here in the 8th spot. There is that Old Glory Racing with the SBGN logo on the back. And let's see if we can find the best racing out there on the track. There we have Nathan Lafayette. We have Darren Bruce. He is back here in the back. We saw him battling for the lead quite a bit, but now he has found himself back here running in 10th. You got Ken Torres. He is going to be right there in the 11th position. And you got De Leon. He has got his hands full with the 24 and the 79. The 79 is not a lead lap car. That's going to be Warhol. He got a pit penalty and had to take his car to the back. But he has the 24, and that is not going to be for a position either. That is going to be Dylan Mosley. Oh, contact! 24 is going to have contact with the 29 or the 79, and he is going to be up towards the wall, maybe losing a little bit of speed, but it does not look like he has any damage. So we're going to stop it right there. We're going to rewind and see exactly what happened with that contact. And it looks like the 79 just got a little bit of tight, maybe a bad entrance coming into that corner, and just made a little bit of contact. So let's slow it down just a little bit. There you see the 79, his car is starting to push. That's that tight feeling that we were talking about earlier, and it just sent him up right to the wall. He had to get out of the gas, so he lost a little bit of momentum. but he stayed out of the wall, which if that wall reaches out and touches you, it's going to keep you for a little while, and you're going to lose a lot of speed. So good job by the 24 of keeping it out of the wall, and he was able to make the position, but he's got Cody Johnson right there behind him. And Cody Johnson has made a pit, has brought his car down to the pit road. So all right, let's go catch up with Stephen Light and see how he is doing up here towards the front. And we have about almost 45 laps to go as when the leader crosses the start-finish line. We will have 45 laps to go. We had a very interesting first stage due to the cautions that were coming out. Pit strategies did come into play, trapped to a lot of cars a lap down with the pit strategies, but they are trying to make the best out of what they got. Only 11 cars on the last lap, and Lucas Reed is going to be the last car on the lead lap, and he is not too far. Well, he's got a pretty good ways before the leader catches him, so he is not going to be in any jeopardy, but he is challenging the 00 at least to get around him, because that's not going to be for a position. That's going to be 8th and 12th. So that's not for a position. Let's go see if we can find anybody else. Mark Kingcade has got a lot of company. Justin Shoup, he is going to be working his way into the top 3, making that pass on the low lane in front of Mark Kingcade. But he's got Jared Stone and the 14 of Kyle Chafin right there along with him. Now, could he be pulling some strategy to make it a one-stop shop? I don't exactly know. They can only go 30 laps. So even if they pitted at lap 75, they could have been a little bit short on fuel if it goes completely green. So they could be, he could be kind of easing up just a little bit, making a one-stop shop, make sure he has enough fuel for the green-white checkers. I'm not exactly sure, but as of right now, 3rd through 6th is going to be right there under a blanket, pretty much nose to tail. Jared Stone trying to make his way around the 54 on the outside. Is he going to be able to get there, or is Kingcade going to be able to hold him off? Not going to be able to get there this time, but here coming in into turn number 1, the 66 has a pretty good run on the outside, but it looks like it's going to stall, and the 54 is just going to sail it right up there in front of that Ford Mustang and keep that horse at bay. Still a nice battle up here, and Stephen Light out here in his own zip code, 2.7 seconds ahead of Sean Anderson in second. Justin Shoup, still our biggest mover of the race, up 18 spots. Can he hold it? Only time will tell, and we will see in about 50 laps once the leader crosses over the start-finish line. Well, when it's spread out there and there's not a lot of action on the track, it's very hard to make something out of nothing. We are trying to make something, and this is an exciting race actually, due to the fact that we've seen a lot of green flags in that second stage, but we'll go through the field and see if somebody can try to get side by side and make some passes. As Stephen Light started on the pole, he is still out there in front. He took the lead over early on in the second stage. Sean Anderson going to be up 8 positions, right around in second. Justin Shoup going to be up 18 positions in third. You got Mark Kingcade, who's going to be right around in fourth, up 3 positions. Jared Stone down 1 position from where he started, but wrapping out your top 5. You got Kyle Chafin. He is going to be right there in the 6th position, down 3 spots from where he started, but he's still got that 44 in the wind and hoping to put his car in victory lane here tonight. Curtis Ecker, he is going to be riding around in 7th. Now, a lot of these guys have been in the practice races, putting in quite a few laps, and it definitely shows. Oh, 6 missed the pits. 40-second hold. Oh, Brianna Laurent is going to be on hold in the pits. Let's see, Nathan Lafayette going to be up 5 positions and riding around in the 8th spot. You got the 9 of Travis De Leon. He is going to be up 3 positions. And is this for a position? No, this is not for a position. But he's got a little bit of battle in front of the 51 of James Mandaroo. James Mandaroo trying to get his laps back. Oh, 27 of Black Flag. Larry Contreras, he is going to be wrapping up your top 10. And he is going to be up 10 spots. So he's going to be our second biggest mover with Cody B. Johnson in 11th. Lucas Reed in 12th. You got Colton Hefner in 13th. James Mandaroo in 14th. Dave Nestor in 15th. You got Dylan Mosley coming down, and that's going to turn over the 16th position to Chris Isaacs. And everybody else is going to be in the pits. Jeffrey Rudick is going to be in 19th. Brianna Laurent in 21st. Damon Nagel, we saw that 86 lead a few laps, but he is going to be showing out of the race. And Trent Robinette, he is going to be out also. Stephen Light now out 3.2 seconds in his own zip code, on his own island, and hoping not to see a caution. 35 laps left to go, and he does not want to see a caution as he has got a substantial lead. And it looks like Anderson has got a pretty good lead on Shoop, which that is going to be about a 2-second gap. Back here to Shoop and Mark Kingcade. Mark Kingcade still hanging on to a little bit of that draft. He's going to be about 0.6 of a second back from Justin Shoop. More cars bringing them down pit road. Jared Stone and Sean Anderson are going ahead and bringing it down. Now, if they pit now, they can make it to the end. So they are basically taking, they got about, they will have about 8 laps in reserve if we do see a caution. So, or a green, white, checkered, if we have to go those extended laps, they will have enough fuel to make it. But they definitely have enough to make it to the end. It's just a matter of time before we see Stephen Light coming in, and he is going to be down and making his pit stop. Going to take those 4 fresh field goods and top it off with some go-go juice. You got Justin Shoop, Mark Kingcade, and Curtis Ecker all bringing their cars down. And pit road has been devastating for a lot of drivers, as we've seen, 40-second holds for speeding down pit road, or drivers missing the pit entrance because they can't get those cars slowed down and turned in. So race control out there, Super Skittles, will give us the rundown if one of those tragedies happen. But as of right now, Kyle Chafin is going to have the lead, but he is going to bring his car down pit road. And Nathan Lafayette going to bring it down. And here comes Contreras. He is going to bring his car down and maybe turn the lead over to Cody Johnson. Cody Johnson out about 9 seconds, and he is going to bring his car across the start-finish line and lead this lap. So Stephen Light is going to be out. He's going to be back about 8 seconds. Now let's see how this plays out. What lap did he pit on? Let's go back and look and see what lap he pitted on. Does he have enough? He pitted at lap 100. Now, either he is really good at saving fuel, or he is going to stay out here as long as possible and see if that caution comes out. But as of right now, I don't believe he has enough to make it. Still has 30 laps to go in the race. Stephen Light just came in. Anderson just came in. So he still has to make that pit stop to make it all the way to the end. Does he know something that we don't? Look at Stephen Light. He is making up a lot of time. We're going to go ahead and take that pit strategy down. And let's ride around with Cody Johnson for just a moment. Well, from what I hear, his throttle control, I mean, he's letting off a little bit early, but nothing too strenuous to let me know that he's saving fuel. So he is going to be making a pit stop here very, very soon. I believe he is going to be pitting pretty much right there at the end, but will that give him enough time to really make up those positions? Stephen Light is really catching him very quick, fast, and in a hurry. Don't know if this is the best strategy or not. I am not. I am no pit chief, so you know, I'll leave that to him and his team to figure out what the best pit strategy is. But if it does play out, man, that would be that'd be awesome. Sean Anderson right back here, and he is going to be about 2.6 seconds back from Stephen Light. And you got Justin Shoup, which, you know, he is going to be quite a ways back also. He's going to be about 2 seconds. So it looks like the 14 really got off a pit road very quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put a good gap in between him and the 14. Or the 14 and the 91, and Mark Kingcade going to be right there in the mix, still holding on to that top 5, about less than a second back from the 91. Kyle Chafin, he is still back here, and he is about a little over 2 seconds in the 6th spot from Kingcade. Jared Stone still up here fighting it out in the top 10, trying to keep that Ford Mustang up here towards the front, but right now he is in the 7th position. Dave Nestor, he is going to be right there in that number 36, looking to get another top 10 here in Old Glory. This is his 2nd race with us, and good to have him on board. Travis DeLeon, he is running around in 9th. He does not have anybody around him that is for a position. All these cars right here that are around him, and that's going to be lap down cars. That's going to be the 48. 48 is going to be in the 14th position, and the 74 is going to be down in 21st. Cody Johnson now giving up the lead to Stephen Light. So he is bringing his car down with 25 laps to go. Now, will this be enough time to catch him? As let's bring our pit strategy back up. Light pitted at 117, and Anderson pitted at 116. And it's going to be very close. 25 laps to go, 125. So he's going to have about 8 lap fresher tires than our leader. Well, Stephen Light still out there over 2.2 seconds. Sean Anderson is making up a lot of ground. He's already made up 2/10 of a second off of Stephen Light's gap. Don't know if it's still enough. Don't know if it's enough time for Sean Anderson. Now he has a lap older tires than Stephen Light, so Stephen Light can actually just kind of coast it. And there you see Brianna Laurent. He is going to make the pass right below her. Now that little bit of a battle did extend that gap just a little bit, but he is going to be hard back on the gas coming into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4, cutting that time back down to about 2 seconds. Now Justin Shoup, he is going to be right there in the third position. Still up 18 spots, and he still has Mark Kingcade right there within striking distance for another podium finish. But Mark Kingcade has got to find the speed to get around that 91. That 91 will put up a challenge, as you know, he does have a very fast car, and from him to come all the way back 18 positions and still be right there, I believe that's going to be a car to beat in this season. All right, Cody B. Johnson. He is trying to work his way around that 54 of Mark Kingcade, and that is going to be a lap down. He is going to be a lap down. He's going to be the first car one lap down, but he's still got it. You know, Mark Kingcade is about 5.8 seconds back from the leader, so that's how far. Cody Johnson is going to be from getting his lap back. Oh my goodness! And that's going to be a caution right there. The caution is probably going to fly as Brianna Laurent.
Caution, yellow flag.
That's not what we wanted to see. Now, now, Cody Johnson was the first car one lap down. He is not going to. He was involved in that incident, so we're not going to see him get the lucky dog, and that's not what Stephen Light wanted to see either. So let's go back and take a look, as we are going to find Cody Johnson and stop it right there, and let's analyze what exactly happened. And let's find a better TV view. I think that's the best we're going to get. Let's see what our chase cam shows. All right, there you see Brianna Laurent is going to be up at the top of your screen in the 6. She is going to be up there towards that wall. She is given the 91 and the 08 as much room, but her car just turns down the track. There you see she's coming down towards that white line, and maybe she may have brushed that wall just a little bit. And that was the transition right there. No, she came up towards the wall. Maybe the car got loose and started coming back down. But you can see the 91 trying to get a good entrance, and she coming down the track. And Cody Johnson is just going to be right there and sends her up to the wall. Mark Kingcade almost got a piece of that action. Actually, I do believe he did get a piece of that action because he is all in the wall. Oh, yeah. He just tried to turn it right. You can see those wheels trying to turn right. He was trying to get that car slowed down, so he did not get any damage, but he did collect some. He probably still has that fast repair. So let's go back live and see how it's looking. Cody Johnson trying to get his car back around. You can see his car is all messed up. He's doing everything he can to steer that car. That car is just pointing to the right. Is he going to get the lucky dog? He is. He's going to get back on the lead lap. That's very... Yeah, so he's going to be back on the lead lap. He's taking that broken race car all the way around. This is our 6th caution. He's going to take it all the way around and then be back on the lead lap. So, all right. So let's go catch up with our leaders. Stephen Light, you got a, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, you've had a lot of laps that you have led. Now we heard you talking in the practice that these cars get really tight, and you don't like a tight race car, but it looks like you're liking it pretty good right now with 16 laps to go, still leading this race. Tell us what you're thinking.
Yeah, I don't like tight race cars. These things are tough around here. I mean, they're easy to drive, but it's just you know, you can't really maneuver your way around this track top bottom and try to make speed. You have to run the bottom because they're tight. I was just conserving tires, trying to maintain my gap there on the lead, and did not want that caution, obviously. So gonna have to work forward here. Unfortunately, you need about a half-second gap before you can actually get away from somebody. The draft keeps the guys with you, behind you, right there with you. So it's gonna be tough. Not gonna be easy.
Absolutely. Well, you've been doing really good. You broke out to almost a 3-second lead over everybody, and then that caution just ruined it all. You had it in the bag, and then catastrophes. But you're doing a really good job. Glad that you were able to come up here and talk with us, and we'll let you get back down to your team and work that strategy.
10-4. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right, so let's see if we can track down Justin Shoup. He's at a fast race car. He's up a lot of positions, and let's see if we can get a word with him. Justin Shoup, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, sure do, buddy.
Well, that 91 machine has been a rocket ship all around, this pretty much this whole night. You're up in third. You're up 18 spots from where you started this race, but you got to restart right here. Tell us how you're feeling.
I feel pretty good, man. Led a good bit of laps, and, hopefully we can just latch on to the 99 and this thing goes green and we can have a good race here.
Well, definitely look forward to talking to you after the race. Even if you don't get on the podium, you're still going to be our biggest mover, so stick around. We'd like to talk to you a little bit more.
Right on, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Green flag, green flag.
Well, I believe I put him in the correct chat, and it looks like he did just what he said he was going to do. He was going to try to latch onto that 99, and the 99 said he has got to get about a half a second out, or that draft will definitely catch up, bring everybody to you. And you can see he's trying to manipulate each line. He's trying to keep Sean Anderson and Justin Shoup nose to tail, but he is not going to be able to do that as they have worked themselves from nose to tail, and the 91 is going to work himself up to that high line, try to get a run off turn number 4, and get back to the back bumper of Sean Anderson. Sean Anderson has been running very good so far at the start of the season. Now up here in second, he's still got that 91 and that 54 to deal with, but something's got to give. Not everybody can win this race, but who is it going to be? Is it going to be the 5 Chevrolets up in the front, or this lonely Ford of Jared Stone that has been lurking around the top 5, but just not able to get back up there and lead some laps? But Kyle Chase, we got maybe a little bit of contact between Mark Kingcade and the 91 of Justin Shoup. And Mark Kingcade is going to be able to take that third position. It looks like they're going to be 3 wide. It looks like Jared Stone. It looks like Kyle Chapin. And the 15 of DeLeon. He is going to be right there in the mix, trying to get his Toyota Camry up on the podium, but not going to be able to get there this time. It looks like Jared Stone had the best line, and he's going to take over that top 5 position, but these 2 behind him are not done yet. We'll take a look at his gearbox cam, and there is the battle for the 6th position. Kyle Chapin has it, and DeLeon, he wants it, and it looks like DeLeon, he is going to be able to get the best entrance on the turn number 1, but is he going to have the run coming off of turn number 2? Don't know, but here they come down the backstretch. Maybe the 44 touched the wall just a little bit, but here comes Mark Kingcade. He is going to try to work his way back up to the back bumper of that 91, but the 91 and the 14 and the 99 have pretty much almost checked out. Well, the 99 has almost checked out about 7/10 of a second. Sean Anderson, Justin Shoup, they have been locked nose to tail, and they may be waiting till the last moment to really battle it out, as they got to save what they have to catch up to that 99 of Stephen Light. A little bit of wiggle coming out of turn number 2 from the 91, but he is still holding what he has, and he's going to have a good run into turn number 3, but not going to be able to catch that 14 coming out of turn number 3. Or coming out of turn number 4, I'm sorry. We'll go back here as everybody was stacked up. It looks like Cody Johnson, he has made his way back up to the 8th position. He has got a couple of cars that he wants to get around, and that's gonna be Curtis Ecker, but he is not going to be on the lead lap. Curtis Ecker is going to be back here in 14th, but he still does have the 12 of Kentouris. He is going to be right there, and they almost made contact with 9 laps to go. He has got to get around that number 19 to really try to put the hammer down and make up some positions. But the longer he battles with that number 19, he is going to burn up everything that he has underneath the hood, and we might have a little bit of 3 wide racing back here, as you have a big hornet's nest with the 10, the 36, the 00, the 48, and the 27, all trying to battle it out. And only a few of these cars are for position, and that's going to be the 10, the 36, and the 00, along with the 48. Yes, correct. That is going to be all battling out for position. It looks like Derek Bruce is going to be battling it out for the Lucky Dog spot, which he does not have any contenders for that Lucky Dog spot, so he is pretty much good to go if the caution does come out. But Stephen Light going to be out here leading this race with about a half a second between him and Anderson. Anderson has really picked up the pace with about 0.2 seconds between him and Justin Shoup. So Justin Shoup losing a little bit of momentum, sitting right there in third, but Mark Kingcade, he is hanging out right there about 0.2 of a second back also. So the top 5 have spread themselves out just a little bit. All about 0.2 seconds away from each other in second through fifth. Well, there it is right there in the chat. The 6 failed to see the 08 and crashed and crashed to 54 and will receive an EOL. Well, Stephen Light might have some company here in the closing laps as we only have 5 laps to go. Sean Anderson put the pedal down, and now he's within about 0.4 of a second. Is he going to burn up his car too fast, or is he going to be able to catch that 99? Stephen Light really put the hammer down as he extended his gap just a little bit, gave him a little bit more breathing room. But it looks like the 14 does have a pretty good entrance, but he does not have the drive off the corner that Stephen Light does as he keeps it. They actually looked about matched right there. Let's look at the last time by and see who was a little bit faster. It looks like Light actually had the fastest car, and the top 5, it looks like out of the top 5, Chafin was a little bit faster than Kingcade. And it looks like Stephen Light is going to be bringing it to 3 to go, and he has extended his gap to about 0.8 seconds. So almost a second back to Sean Anderson. We'll go back to a different camera so you can see all the racing on the track, and we'll try to find the most exciting, and that's probably going to be this one. Kyle Chafin is going to be working on the back bumper of that number 54 as they come out of turn number 3 with 2 laps to go as they come to the line. And it is going to be Mark Kingcade trying to hold off Kyle Chafin for that 4th position. Justice Shoup, he has broken away. He may have a little bit of a battle as we come to the white flag at this time by. And if you're tuned in to the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network, we will be switching over to the Noma TV side. That is another channel that we do have, and we will be catching the last moments of a race for the last race of the Next Gen Series, and the white flag is out. Stephen Light is going to be bringing it home to win number 1 at race number 2 here at Chicagoland, and there he is crossing the start finish line. Nice pass by the 98 or by the 91 of Justin Shoup. Sean Anderson going to come in 3rd. Mark Kingcade had a nice run for the 4th position, and it looks like Travis DeLeon, he made himself a top 5. Cody Johnson worked his way up into 6th. So just give me a minute and we will get that final qualifying order, and it looks like we have a little bit of damage on the 66. Did the 66 collect anything? Where did that damage come from? And there it is right there. Oh, yeah. We're going to have to back that up. Mark Kingcade, the 44, battling it out on the last lap. Not sure if Kingcade came down or the 44 came up, and it looks like the 44 is moving up. There you can see that black seam, and crunch time. And they are pretty much he is going to give himself a little bit of damage and take himself for a little bit of a ride. And that's going to collect the 66 of Jared Stone. He is just an innocent bystander. He didn't even know it was coming. Coming back up the track. Look at the 15. He is gonna dive it down low. And the 66 says, don't know which way to go. And 44 is going to be put on spin cycle. All right, well, let's take a look at them race results. And it looks like Jarrett Stone, and we need number 1. Stephen Light going to bring home the win here at Chicagoland. Second race of the season, and that's going to be win number 1 for him. Justin Shoup going to bring home the second place position. Nice little run from him, up 19 spots from where he started. Sean Anderson is going to finish in a third. Nice run for him also. Fourth is going to belong to Mark Kingcade. De Leon is going to finish out in 5th. Cody Johnson is going to finish out in 6th. Jared Stone in 7th. David Nestor in 8th. Nathan Lafayette in 9th. And you got Ken Torres going to finish out in 10th. You got Colton Hefner going to get him a nice little top 15 in 11th. Lucas Reed going to finish out in 12th. And Kyle Chapin in 13th. Curtis Ecker going to finish out in 14th. James Manderud is going to finish out in 15th. Darren Bruce going to finish in 16th. Mosley is going to finish in 17th. 18th is going to belong to Mr. Chris Isaacs. Jeffrey Rudick in 19th. Christopher Nice in 20th. Warhol in 21st. Brianna Laurent in 22nd. Damon Nagel in 23rd. And Trent Robinette in 21st. All right, well, there it is. No post-race penalties. So we will go and see if we can't catch up with our podium finishers. And let's go back live. And I know Stephen Light is probably just burning it down. Yep, he was definitely burning it down. So we're going to go catch up with Sean Anderson and see how his race went. He had a very fast car, but he wasn't able to keep the 91 at bay. But we'll go talk to him and see how he is feeling. Sean Anderson is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy, my friend.
I got you, Richard.
Man, a last second pass took the second spot away from you. Man, that was a good little battle where you just driving it too hard to catch up to the leader and just used up what you had, and that allowed the 91 to make the pass.
Yeah, I saw the gap start to shrink to the leader, and I was just giving it everything I had. I didn't care if it killed the tires, and he got to the outside and got a huge run. I just tried taking it easy and not coming up into him. I didn't want to wreck him on the last lap, so that's what cost me second place there. But third, still a good finish, good strong run.
Absolutely, good strong run, and it's only the second race in the season, and as fast as you've been running here at the start, you're definitely going to be a contender for possibly for that championship here at the end of the season. But man, what a great run! We've enjoyed it. Watching your car all race long, and you made some really good moves and some real good calls on the pit strategy, and not a bad finish for a third.
Yeah, it was a good race, good finish, and got a stage win out of it. I think I had the fastest lap there too, so that was cool. I never get the fastest lap, so we'll move on to the next one, and hopefully we can get a couple spots better and maybe get some more speed to compete with Steven. He's super quick. Congrats to him on the win.
Well, speaking of next week is going to be the track that's too tough to tame. You're going to have a throwback race night. So I'd love to see what kind of paint that you're going to bring out for Darlington. But tell us how you feel about Darlington. Very tough track, especially in these cars.
Darlington's definitely a tough track. For me, I actually like the challenging track, so that's going to be a good race for me. I feel confident there. I don't know if I'll have the speed that the 99 or the 08 or a couple of the other guys have, but I'll give it my best shot, and we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your third place finish, up 7 spots from where you started this race, and put yourself on the podium. So congratulations, and what happens with those podium finishes, man. You get all the shout-outs you'd like to give.
Thank you. I appreciate it. First shout is going to go to Steven. Good, congrats on the win. You guys for a great broadcast, and then my team for helping me out with some strategies and some lines and setups and getting the car to feel as good as it did. And Jeff Rudick for his first race back in a little while. Congrats to him on making it back in.
Absolutely. Well, I will let you get down there with your team and celebrate, and we will catch you next week at Darlington.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. All right, well, let's bring up Justin Shoop, our second place finisher. He made a last moment pass for that second place, and our biggest mover of the race, up 19 positions. Mr. Justin Shoop, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you made a last-minute pass coming in and coming through 3 and 4, and you were able to bring home a second-place finish. Man, tell us how you're feeling after this race.
Like I say, I definitely would have liked to come away with the win. You know, Steven was fast. I was telling Sean, you know, he's my teammate. I was telling him there at the end, I'm like, man, 5 laps to go. I'm like, dude, I don't know what else I can do. Like, I'm driving this thing as hard as I can. And, you know, he said about the same. And last thing I tried to do was put it up on the wall, and it worked. It paid off. To get around somebody like Sean on the last lap is huge. That's big for the confidence. He's real fast, and he doesn't make mistakes very often.
Absolutely, he is one of the returning drivers, you know, from last season, and you know he was definitely a force to be reckoned with, and I believe, you know, that 91 of yours is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with this season. But man, you were the biggest mover of the race. You made a lot of good calls, you know, on your pit strategies and stuff. So not a bad job here tonight at Chicagoland. So how did it stack up for you? You know, were you glad to see that caution come out when it did?
I was. Steven, I'm not sure how big of a gap he had to Sean, but I know Sean had a big gap on me, and I wasn't quite catching him. I think in that run earlier, I had burned my tires off a good bit. So, you know, when I came back out, and I came back out right behind Sean. I was right with him, and then I just started fading slowly but surely. And you know, when that caution came out, that really did help me a good bit to get back up there. You know, I'm not sure how many laps I led. I was trying to stay in the front, obviously, but as the cautions came, you know, in the stage break, everybody did their mixed bag of strategies, and you know, it was a good race. I'm proud of the field for that one. That was a fun race to be a part of.
Absolutely. Well, next week is Darlington. You got a throwback scheme ready for that one?
Oh, I will create one. Don't you worry about that.
Well, can't wait to see it. But you know what happens with those podium finishes, man? I'm going to give you the floor, and you can give all the shout-outs that you would like to give.
Right on. Shout out to my dad. Typically tunes in, watches the streams every week. My teammates definitely make me better. Sean, CJ, you know, basically all the guys. Anybody from Wheeling Dealing Racing is crucial to anybody of our success. You know, we all work together. We try and give each other the most info that we can, and get better as a team. So, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the league owners putting it on, and shout out to Race Control. I know it's a tough job.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to let you get back down there with your teammate and celebrate a little bit, and we're going to catch up with our leader.
Right on, buddy. Appreciate it.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
All right, now it is time to catch up with our leader, Stephen Light. And let him tell us how his race went. I already know because I see his car out there burning it down. So let's bring him up. And here is Mr. Stephen Light. Stephen, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, you did it. You won it. The caution didn't slow you down, not one bit. You broke away and was able to bring home the win with no challenge in sight. Man, tell us how you're feeling.
Well, that was probably one of the hardest wins I've had. I got to tell you, Sean and Justin were on my heels there at the end. I knew I needed a good restart, not spin the tires, get a little bit of a gap to try to manage at least hopefully a half a second gap, which I ended up getting. Actually got a little more than that. I think got 7/10 of the gap. But Justin and Sean were very fast. They had the feel of the car. They knew what it could do and couldn't do. And there with 6 to go, I was trying to drive just hard enough without burning the right front off of it. Even in 10 laps, you can burn that right front off pretty quick and lose some speed. And I was trying to get everything it had without overdoing it. And Sean and Justin, Sean in particular, was getting everything out of it. And clearly was starting to close the gap a little bit. So I was sweating, I was hustling, I was getting worried. And luckily with 3 to 4 to go, me not overdriving it, you saw Sean there start to lose his right front tire a little bit, and finally was able to get it away a little bit. But it was a good race, good win for White Line Racing. Appreciate you guys up in the booth. You guys do a great job. Shout out to Chris Isaacs for my Bad to the Bone paint job, the Fana Chevrolet. Everybody did a good job tonight. It was a lot of clean, fun racing there. Little hiccups, a couple little hiccups, but nothing major. Everybody did a really good job and respectful, and it was a good race.
Absolutely. Well, couldn't have said it better myself. And next week, you better get that throwback paint ready to go because we're headed to Darlington for our throwback night. And I've seen you race there before. You're very fast, and so I hope you're ready. You got some competition that's looking to get a win possibly next week.
Yeah, I haven't driven much of the next gens at Darlington. I've got some ARCA and trucks races there on iRacing, but looking forward to it. It's actually one of the tracks I look forward to racing at. It's a very, very hard track to get around consistently, and I feel like that's where I'm, consistency. I feel like I'm good at that. So it's I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to definitely put in some practice this week.
Absolutely. Well, unless you got any more shout-outs, I'll give you the floor if you got any more of those, and if not, we'll let you get down there with your team and celebrate a little bit.
Shout out to Old Glory Racing, all you guys up in the booth, Richard and everybody that helped you out. You guys do a great job. Anybody that wants to come race with us, you're welcome. We got some recruitment races during the week. Just look for Old Glory Racing recruitment races. Come have some fun with us. As long as you're clean, we'd love to have you. We have some pretty good fields right now, but I know we can make it bigger and better.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Stephen, we will catch you next week, and congratulations once again.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Well, hello, Connor. Appreciate you joining in. But that is going to be the end of tonight's race. Stephen Light going to be our winner. Justin Shoup going to finish in second, our biggest mover of the race, and Sean Anderson in third. Congratulations to those three. Once again, next week we will be at Darlington Raceway, and that's going to be a throwback scheme. So look for those old school paint schemes to be out there on track once again. And I bet you I know who's going to paint them all. Mr. Isaacs over at Racing Paint. So definitely go check him out. The ad, you can rewind and get that Discord link and go see what he can paint for you today. But I will catch y'all later. I appreciate each and every one of you that came into the broadcast chat and communicated with me and rooted on your favorite driver. Always appreciate y'all. But we're going to call it a night, and we will catch y'all next time. We will be switching over to Noma TV for the ending of the Stock Car Sims. And they're going to be finishing up their Next Gen series, and we're going to see if we can catch the end of that and broadcast a little bit over there. So we will catch y'all next week for Old Glory Racing.